there's a brand new player in the game. We're not just another launchpad. What we're doing is taking the industry to a whole new level. Not only will users get a straightforward and customizable experience, we won't be taking your tokens. We don't want your tokens. We want your project to flourish. Your own page, highlighting your project with a great user interface. And it's not just a launchpad, it's also an advertising platform, so you can get even more exposure all in one place. Say hello to CookieSale. No diet required for this cookie. Check us out at cookiesale.app.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever it is, wherever you are. Thank you for coming by the Shitcoin Factory and hanging out with us today. I'm Shilly Wonka, and you are watching Shilly Vision. Yay, insert grand fanfare here. Yay, thanks. I got to come right out the gate, though, and say, all joking aside, I've really been looking forward to this AMA that we got for you guys today. I've been really excited about it and, once again, pumped about it. So we've known of this team quite a while from the Shitcoin Factory as a community. They've got a great project that has grown into an entire metaverse now, it seems. Most of you guys already know the team that I'm talking about. As I mentioned, we know them, but in fact, we had an AMA for Shilly Bar with these guys in their native Telegram channel, the Bear Cave. That's right, I'm talking about the Cody team. So while they're here today to discuss their separate Launchpad CookieSale, I did want to take a moment to point out and, insert shameless plug here with air quotes, but Cody's version 2 contract was offered as an exclusive private sale for the VIP subscribers within the Shitcoin Factory. And I got to tell you, it was one of our best ones, if not the best one. We can verify that, but it did a 120x, I know for a fact, on the V2 contract. V3 now has staking capabilities. There was a couple issues that they went, but I got to tell you guys, Cody has the team's been great since day one. So you don't know me. I mean, you guys know I can ramble about projects that I'm passionate about for sure. So, but all the members that have been around can vouch for me. These guys are great at what they do. So hang tight, and let's all learn about CookieSale together. Okay. We have here in the studios with us, we've got Dre, D-Lutz, and FT. So over the next 45 minutes, or less, if you're watching this, condensed version on YouTube or something later, but over the next few minutes, I guess I should say, we're going to be covering this awesome new launchpad that they've got. Once again, it's CookieSale. Here with the CookieSale team, as we should probably refer to you guys now, if that's okay, I don't know, but either way, sit back and enjoy while we cover CookieSale. Thanks.
To also read up about this audit. What if they want to have a look at it? On other launch pads, you'd have to be a bloody experienced person to understand that this little flipping thing here is what you've got to click on to actually see what the audit is. To us, that's not really a button, that's just a label. So on a normal launch, if I can just quickly show you, there's quite a lot on here. This is what the actual pre-sale page would look like, and we would bring the audit badge front and center as well, and the entire page with a completely redesigned metric is available for people to see, with a user interface that to a degree looks familiar, because we didn't want to give people a jarring experience of having a whole new experience. For projects that aren't audited, again, the interface looks slightly different. You by all means, you can go into it still, but we would encourage projects to do what's right and assuage a lot of the apprehensions that investors have. So that is one of the main talking points that I wanted to go over. And one of the things that some of you might have noticed by one of the badges is the Certic audit, and they are one of our early approved auditors as well, and that came on board.
Well, the interface definitely looks great, while at the same time being familiar enough to easily navigate. Yes. I think the layout is really spectacular and should help out a lot with creating the flow, because I know that the other sites, as we've said in the past, the CookieSale as well can be hard to navigate at sometimes, especially you have duplicates of other tokens and stuff like that. At least this way you can see the full audit right up front with everything. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
I agree. I love the user interface. It looks clean, super clean.
And then you got dark mode as
really
well there.
clean and simple to use as well. Yeah, and like Dre put, we are still working on the dark mode version, which we're still testing.
Thank you.
Everyone loves dark mode.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. Definitely love dark mode. So,
Mandatory.
yeah. So, what's the ETA looking like for the launchpad to go live?
The ETA is currently the 15th. Very, very last bit of testing that needs to be done will commence roundabout from the 10th of March. So it's literally heads down from the 10th.
All right.
Right now, we're doing a lot of the prep work behind the scenes. Staff are coming on. Word is being spread. And as each day progresses, we have more and more unique things to announce about it that will be a pleasant surprise to this space.
Perfect. And as far as for the investment, investor side, you guys, you covered it well. You guys, you do the pre-sale vesting and everything. Do you have you guys use anti-bot as well, right? On the Launchpad?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So we're gonna have everything's built in, but again, optional, right? So if you want our state of the art anti-bot, you're gonna have to pay a 0.2 BNB or whatever it is for that, right? So it's kind of like you can come in there and take the bare bones version, or you can option up, and then you can option up all the way where you can have certain things like a marketing wallet and anti-bot. You can use the airdrop tool, all these certain features. So it's a full stack launchpad. It offers everything you can dream of, but you don't have to take everything. So it gives you that freedom of optioning up a little bit, whilst, as FT showed and said, we do, or rather the UI does push and encourage people to kind of go for the full stack, or as we call it, the fully baked version. Because that will give you more exposure.
Just more appealing.
I'm pre-audited off the bat. Like straight out of the gates, you're pre-audited.
Yeah.
If you take one of our contracts, yeah.
If you go with the fully baked, you'll also have access to do advertising with our banners and stuff like that on the site. If you don't, then we won't be allowing them to advertise their token on the page. That kind of gives more incentive to go with the fully baked option, because you get more exposure, you can have more access to things and stuff as well. You don't want any token just strolling in and advertising their project, which, as Dre mentioned before, could be nefarious, right? So that's another way to kind of limit the nefarious aspects.
And when you say advertising dealers, what do you mean?
So with our Launchpad, we also are integrating Pitch. So Pitch is going to be a big player with that. You're going to be able to advertise through banners and stuff on the Launchpad itself, as well have access to Pitch services to get any branding and stuff like that alongside the launch of your token.
Perfect. So because due to the sales team and the relationship with Pitch team, which, let's face it, we're all the same people here. People can even come to us before they can reach out to us. We'll be the Launchpad is set up so that you don't need to speak to us. If you don't want to, you can come in, you can onboard your project from start to finish, press the button, pay the fee, and away you go. And we don't need to be involved. If you want to take that relationship a little bit further, and you've got a little bit of time or whatever, you can bring us on, or rather Pitch on, and we can create the website, we can create the logo, we can create the branding, we can help you set up your socials. And then we can take you into the next phase, which is the Launchpad, where then we will launch your token for you. So it offers something for everyone. If you really had the best intention, it's not necessarily intentions. Some teams have their own marketing teams, like us. We wouldn't employ someone else to do our banners. That's what we do. But if you're not fortunate enough to have that skill set on your team, if you're more of a development team, which is an amazing skill set to have in this space, obviously, then you can outsource those design aspects to Pitch and to CookieSale, and we will essentially assist your project all the way from inception to launch.
Yeah, in one go. Yeah.
Perfect. And as I said, we've worked greatly with you in the past. We've worked real well together, and you guys having the whole turnkey suite over there as well is really great. We've supported Pitch as well since day one. We think you guys are wonderful, and I think that goes both ways. I think you guys had even mentioned before about listing us as approved somewhere on your page for CookieSale. I don't know.
Yeah. Yep, you guys will be under our approved AMA channel for sure, and you will also have your own. It'll be a crossover. It'll mention that you guys are not just good for AMAs, but also good for marketing and shilling, and so we have definitely. We've been in this space for about 9 months now. You are one of our first and dearest friends in this space. But yeah, we have a bunch of relationships with a bunch of different projects, call channels, AMAs, and they'll be featured under certain pages as far as marketing assistance. So not something where we want to take a cut or anything, but rather where we just it's mutually beneficial for us because obviously we're helping our customers to find trusted people in this space, which is sometimes difficult, and then it's beneficial for you guys because it drives more people. So it's just a matter of we will have certain pages, info pages with recommended AMA channels, and then shilling groups and marketing groups, and you guys will be in all of those.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate the mutual love and support both ways. I did want to say, I know a few people in the chat, it seems like you guys are understanding, this from the project side as far as starting a project. If you're looking for a project, I'm going to be honest with you, I do not recommend PinkSale. My official endorsement right now is going to CookieSale. I haven't even seen the platform launch, or I haven't seen any of the workings yet. So I'm not going to vouch for any of that, but I'll say the general idea of protecting and looking out for each other. If you paid attention from the start, you'll hear that the CookieSale team has told away that this will help people start new projects, help keep a little bit of the safe space that we're looking forward to. We do understand it's the Wild West, it's DeFi, things happen. You guys can't control every project that comes on and the outcome of every one. But together as we all grow and learn and get familiar faces and familiarize ourselves with strong communities. Crypto is indeed going to be into a mainstream thing, and I'm not saying that every project everywhere will survive, but the strong ones that look out for each other and work with each other and take care of each other, I think will. So as far as I'm concerned, you've shown me your marketing side. I know you guys are you do your own marketing. Certainly can vouch for that. We love your marketing. D-Lutz has an incredible voice, and actually did a voiceover for one of our commercials. So simple little throw off there to you, D-Lutz. But as far as the investors, I think a lot of the people that are coming in may not have interest in joining a project, and they may realize that hey, even our token here has launched. What will CookieSale, where will CookieSale benefit them versus PinkSale? I saw that question come up in there. What makes you special from other launch pads? Well, from the investor standpoint, I want to make sure that everybody realizes that these guys are going out of their way to do basically the same objective that we have, and that is to familiarize the space and get it safe for everyone. But B, the other thing is it's not like getting an unfriendly whale that's going to turn around and dump on us. And I think from our community, as I said, speaking out loud on that, they understand how that is, and how that can be. Sure, people are going to buy and sell tokens, but with this launch pad, at least the inner team of the launch pad, as well as the fees attached to the launch pad, are not going to wreck your community. So I would think that you would have a better chance of, if you were purchasing a token off of a launch pad, not financial advice, you would probably have a better chance of the token surviving off of a CookieSale launch than the pink cell launch, pretty much just based off of simple math, in my opinion. So I wanted to make sure that was thrown in there. I don't know if anybody disagrees with that, but that's my feeling. So.
And that's our aim as well, because of course you can't guarantee anything, but from the get-go you don't have someone who's literally waiting there to dump. They don't have any intentions of supporting the project or anything like that. The only reason they would hold their tokens is because they think the value is going to go up. The moment they think that's no longer the case, well, lo and behold, they get sold. And it's part of the space, but that's where we want to offer an alternative. So even, all that aside, we are confident ours is going to look much better, work much better, and be much better. But, the silver lining to that is also we won't have a substantial portion of whichever project launches on our platform. So as you said, from the get-go, even as an investor, you already know, well, hang on, there's not going to be that inevitable dump from whichever launchpad that holds the keys to your project. So so from an investor point of view, and then touching on, and this might have been the next segue, so forgive me if I cut in front here, but we have been known, because there's so much going on, to sometimes forget how this launchpad is going to benefit our holders at Cody. So that's I guess the next thing that we need to talk about. So the way Cody works, as you know, is with our marketing agency Pitch. The revenue from Pitch gets divided. 33% goes into the marketing wallet of Cody to further development and marketing of the project itself. And then 66% of that revenue gets used to buy back Cody. And then that Cody amount gets airdropped to all holders holding over 10 million Cody. So CookieSale is going to use a similar strategy, where a large percentage of the profits of CookieSale are going to get used to buy back Cody and then airdrop those tokens to our holders holding over 10 million or more. So that creates a passive revenue for. And we anticipate the volume will be quite high on CookieSale. We really, in the great words of Conor McGregor, we didn't come here to take part. We came here to take over. So we are anticipating good volume. It's going to, like all companies, it'll to build up. But yeah, we've already got a bunch of projects that are keen to launch in the first week. So we are coming out of the gate swinging, and we anticipate it won't be long before mass adoption follows, because what we have here is not only going to be the best looking in the space, but it's the best, the most functioning and the safest for a number of reasons. So that will benefit Cody holders simply. Well, one, we get the price action on the chart through the buyback, and then two, you get the passive income from receiving those airdropped Cody tokens if you're holding over 10 mils. So that's how it kind of all ties into the Cody ecosystem, getting bigger and bigger as we go along here.
And so it's really, like, investors love this. Everyone we've spoken to, like, investors are loving it. But in the famous words of Steve Ballmer, developers. That's every single developer we've spoken to has absolutely loved this structure. Us not taking tokens, us not taking whitelists. They are over the head with that structure, because they know that going somewhere is detrimental potentially to their project. But now that they know that they can go to a spot and they can, launch their project, as Dre and FT were saying, they love this, and so do we. This is what we want to do, and we want this to be the staple moving forward.
Well, I'll tell you what, how I personally feel, and we like to do a lot of things by community vote, but I'm pretty sure our community would agree. We do things called secret concoctions that are basically community-driven meme coins, and we very rarely release any of them, but we do have a couple planned on our roadmap coming up, and I'm thinking that perhaps we should even use CookieSale and take advantage of the platform for the pre-sale just to check it out. I'm thinking that we will do that as well. So I'll get with Dre about doing that. That sounds like something fun. Like I said, I'm excited about the entire future for everything, not just from the investors, but the community standpoint as well. You know, not to keep circling back on it, but you guys have been great. We we gave you a golden ticket call on Cody. It was definitely a good call for us. You guys were, kind enough to offer us with an exclusive, sale just for the Shitcoin factory here. We appreciate it, and many of us are still holders, and there's many of them that have came on board since then for you guys. So we, you definitely have the mutual support from us. Don't think you don't by any means.
No, we feel it and we appreciate it, and like I said, you were one of our day ones, and and that, it means space to have a relationship that lasts longer than 1 or 2 weeks. So right back at you guys. We appreciate the support, and it's certainly it's been a good time.
Yeah, and I do want to throw out one more thing there that just so everybody knows, if you know of any projects that may be launching or maybe needing some assistance or anything that they're just in the very early stages of development, and you run across them, you actually it's still says coming soon on the website, but you can earn $100 by referring projects over to CookieSale to launch on their platform. So I think everybody likes free money, and if you have any, that would be a good suggestion for any token, in my opinion. So I just wanted to throw that out. We do have one question that I don't want to skip over. It was a good question. It was from Meta the Scientist in our chat. He said, what kind of support function will there be for users? Do you guys have a live chat or a comprehensive frequently asked questions or step-by-step walkthrough?
We have a very comprehensive GitHub that Jerry's not here at the moment, but that's been his love child for the last, I think about 8 weeks he's been working on it, and whenever we find him in the corner working on his precious. He's like a Smeagol with that thing. So that will be very complicated questions anyone has. It's also illustrated nicely. There'll be some instructional videos done by beautiful and talented man D-Lutz here, and we will also have we have a large team. We're onboarding sales reps, the whole core team of Cody. As you can tell by our new icons, we're fully on board. We'll all be there. So we cover all the time zones of the world. We have a CookieSale chat, and we'll be developing that further. But there's certainly if at any moment you need to speak to either one of the developers or one of the other people on the team, there are enough of us to be here for any questions or concerns. So we'll have all of that covered.
And as far as the Discord users, since we're primarily a Discord community, we do send a lot of our guys over to Telegram for raids and stuff, and we're going to make sure that everybody joins your Telegram channel for any questions as well. We'll send them there in a moment if they're not already there. But as far as a Discord, are you guys, me, I've got to ask, man, are you guys going to implement this into the Cody Discord, or are you going to have a CookieSale Discord or any chance for support or anything?
So much like we have for Cody, we'll have a CookieSale Discord as well, and it'll have a bridge to Telegram. Since most of our support is in Telegram, we'll have a bridge so that people can talk through Discord as well.
Perfect. So they'll know they can get there. So not a problem at all. We'll list that, but we'll send people to the if you have, whenever that Discord's up, or if it's not up, or if it is, you can send we'll send everybody by to there. If not, we'll make sure they go to the Cody one for now.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Other than I need to throw in one more shameless little plug here for Cody Token and say that the staking lately, I mean, that's kind of a little bit of a money printer there, I guess I can say. The staking's working out real well for Cody.
Yeah, it's a good one. It is a good one. And we've got a 1% in our tokenomics now, and we do have a 1% tax that goes in Cody tokens to a staking wallet. And as that builds up, we will allocate that in certain stake into the staking pools and the farming pool to keep that APR nice and juicy. So I guess that'll be happening. I actually haven't checked it in a couple of days, but that'll be happening someday soon. So we do have and we will continue to have some APR in the business. But again, where I say that, some of the best sustainable APR, because some of these 1500 APR, well, they're good for a week or two until the project dies, and then they're no longer that good. But But yeah, the staking and the farming is we as the team, we're not in the staking pool or the farming pool because we didn't think it was right to take those tokens from our community. But I think some people are sleeping on that because it's quite lucrative.
It is indeed. Well, I don't know if you guys have anything else to cover. We do have some prizes that we're going to be giving away right after the AMA, but
Shilly, I wanted to pop in and say one thing.
yeah,
We called Cody, and it was one of our calls. How successful was Cody in its launch? This is the same team.
120x.
120x.
We started at 500k market cap and we hit a lofty height of 62 million.
Yes, I believe you guys were our best call that we've had in our Discord. So I just wanted to
that's
give the
awesome.
community an example of the power of this team. So I'll be buying it.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, look, and we anticipate reaching similar lofty heights with this new contract and with CookieSale coming because, at the moment everything's a bit, over the last few months it's all been a bit up and down, and we've had the luxury of sitting a lot of that out with our contract migration. We've got marketing funds there ready to go. We know what we need to do. We've got a lot of it lined up, and as we get closer to CookieSale release, we will be really throwing down the hammer as far as marketing is concerned. We've got a bunch of YouTubers lined up, and we got a few actually pretty cool surprises. So I think maybe even this week something's going to happen that's going to be pretty massive for any project in this space.